In the last week, I surveyed quite a few real estate agents I know and fielding in the questions from buyers. Right now, the most common question I'm hearing is, should I buy a house right now? Or from the selling side, is it a good time to sell my house right now? And this correlates to what's going on in the Middle East. Over 25 years, I've kind of watched the market, been through multiple global crises. I served in the US Navy. And so I thought to bring this light because that is a big question. Is it a good time to buy or sell a house? After 25 years, one thing that I've learned for sure is that the news is volatile, but the data is surprisingly consistent during these global crises. Let's look at what happened. Rates, prices during times like the Gulf War, the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. And first thing you want to look at is related to mortgage rates. With the current headlines coming out of the Middle East, many buyers are taking pause. Sellers are thinking twice. We've got a lot of stuff going on here stateside as well. And directly related to the mortgage industry, we have the new Fed chair coming in here in May that will replace Jay Powell. And with that, we want to understand what's going on with rates, what's going on with home prices during these times to get a better sense of the stability of the housing market as a whole. So first, we looked at, about the 1991 timeframe, the Gulf War shock, 2001 to 2004, how the market responded to the start and the war, during the war in Afghanistan, 2003, 2006, the Iraq War, and a surprising thing that happened after that. First and foremost, you see here this chart. What you're going to notice about this is that I've layered in the Persian Gulf, War of Afghanistan, the Iraq War. During these windows of time, the rates at the start of the conflict, the Persian Gulf started around 10% on the 30-year fix. That's absolutely true. From there, the midpoint rate, January 1991, it had gone down about 1% to about 9.2%. The home price index was flat to stable during that time, plus 1.5% appreciation. Afghanistan, mortgage rates started around 6.8. They went down to about 5.8. And there was a 23% surge in home prices. And with regards to the Iraqi war, 2003, 2006, we saw mortgage rates go up and massive growth in real estate values. Of course, we know what happened after 2006. That was the housing crisis where values cratered and mortgage rates went down because they started cutting rates. So notice the pattern. Rates drop after the start of a war because investors move their money into the safety of government-backed mortgage-backed securities. Every one of these conflicts, home prices ended up higher than they started, even if it was moderate at 1.5%, as I mentioned in the Persian Gulf situation. From there, I also thought about inflation because we're in a little bit of a unique time right now. We've got this crazy inflation train that just kind of keeps going. We got tariffs, everything else that's going along with it. With that, 1991, we saw that inflation was coming down. Notice that I have the chart here for inflation. And mortgage rates moved in conjunction with that. In 2004, inflation was rising and then coming down in 2005. And look what happened to mortgage rates during that time. And in 2006, inflation was coming down. And as we already discussed, at that time, they were pumping money back into the economy. So mortgage rates went up. We saw that boon in values before the cratering of values. What does all this mean? Here's my conclusion, guys. 25 years of doing this, owning homes for over 20 years now. This isn't a goal to convince you to buy a house. There are other things going on in life, such as where are you at in life? Are you ready? Do you believe in home ownership? Is your job stable? Are you going to be having children? Are you going to plan to have children? Life events commonly drive our decision to buy or sell a house, regardless if we have that 3% rate. Eventually, life takes over, and that can supersede what's important about the 3% rate, such as I need to move to the other side of the city because I got a job and I'm not driving an hour each way for work every day. So after 25 years, that's what I can share with you. You have to decide for yourself. Real estate historically has one trajectory, and it's gotten more expensive over time. Then you'll see that if you believe in home ownership, you would likely feel the time is now to make good use of less buyers being in the market. If you're not a believer of the housing market, by all means, keep renting. This is just to layer in context. Tons of videos on the channel for you, all sorts of topics. Just type in the search feature, find a video that suits what you're looking for to build wealth through real estate. You can always schedule a consultation at mortgage-maestro.com/contact. Talk to you soon.